All right, everybody. I know it's been a minute for my YouTube followers since I've been on here. Been trying to build businesses and do the actual work of running the marketing agency and educating e-commerce brand owners across the country. So I apologize to anybody that's been following me on YouTube, all 16 of y'all, but I'm back. So, and I will be back once a week, every week for the rest of the year from whenever this drops. That's my promise to myself, and that's my promise to y'all. So wherever it goes, but I'm here to stay. So real quick, today I want to talk based on some of my recent experience in the teaching space with a lot of you guys as far as like the e-commerce brand owners and business owners. As you know, my goal is to help you all grow your businesses, and we've been doing a lot of that lately, hence me missing. But I'm coming off that experience, and I've got a lot of new learnings and insights that I want to share with you all. So my whole strategy with this channel now is to add as much value as I can and take the learnings from the students that we've had in real life in real time and help you all out. So today's lesson is about the hero offer. Okay, so some of y'all may have heard of this, some of y'all may have not, but one thing that's missing when you talk about paid acquisition or paid marketing for an e-commerce brand is the offer, the hero offer. Now, what is a hero offer? For those of you that do not know, a hero offer is the number one thing that you are going to use to fuel your paid ads. A hero offer is the best possible introduction of your brand to a new customer. Meaning, if a customer scrolling or potential customer scrolling on their Instagram or their Facebook feed and they see your ad, they like your ad, they click your ad, you have a couple of seconds to try to make an offer to that person. Because again, remember, nobody gives a fuck about your brand or your business. A lot of y'all as marketers and as business people think that people really care more than they do, and they don't, especially when you talk about paid acquisition, meaning running ads on platforms. So with that limited couple of seconds, probably 3 to 5 seconds that you have to grasp their attention and take advantage of the attention that you have to have a hero offer. The reason we call it a hero is because it is the front and center savior of your business and your ad operation, right? It is the thing that is the best introduction of your brand or your product to a new customer who's never heard of you. It's going to give you the mathematical best possible chance to win a conversion or win a sale from this person after they clicked an ad. So that is what a hero offer is. It's the thing that's Superman that's flying out in front of your whole business and brand when it's time for you to try to actually get somebody to take their credit card out and put it down. Your hero offer is your best possible thing. So think of it like this. If I were in an elevator with a potential customer and I have a brand and I have 5 seconds to tell this person about my brand or give them an offer, what is that offer going to be? Right? So let's just say I'm a trainer, right? If I'm a trainer on this elevator with this person, I see they might be able to lose some weight, no offense, right? I shouldn't just say, hey, my name's Don, I'm a trainer, let me get your information. That's not really an offer. So this is where a lot of y'all go wrong. Y'all think that the introduction to your brand is a more general thing. And again, when we talk about ads and limited attention, it's not a general thing. It has to be very specific, and you have to make an offer. So if I say, hey, my name's Don, I'm a trainer, that doesn't hit nearly anywhere the same as I can help you lose 30 pounds in 30 days. Which one sounds better? The second one, right? The second one is an offer. It makes the customer or the lead say, this is what this person can do for me. I'll sell you 3 hot dogs for $2. That's an offer, right? I'll get you from here to here in 20 minutes for 14 bucks. That's an offer. I drive people around. I have a car service. That's not an offer. You're just telling me, and I mean, as a customer, I can't process that mentally into what this means for me and what it requires for me to get this service or this product. You understand? So again, a lot of y'all, when you start running ads, you're just running ads to a homepage or maybe even a product that is maybe your best seller, but you're not creating an offer that's appealing. That is your hero offer. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how you go about creating the hero offer. There's 3 things. The first thing is it has to be specific. Okay. So you want your offer to solve a specific problem, right? With a specific solution for a specific person. And the reason you want to do that is because it makes your sell or your pitch that much more powerful, and it makes the person understand that much more quickly exactly what you can do for them. So for example, I'm a golfer, amateur golfer. If I see an ad online that says, yo, we will help you stop slicing with your driver within 2 weeks, I'm at least going to click that ad because it's specific to a very true and real problem that I have as a golfer. I slice the golf ball. Or if the ad says, do you hit the ball low and left all the time? Me, knowing I do that all the time, I'm going to listen to that. At least I'm gonna hear you out because that's specific to me. And when you're more specific, it's going to make your ads a lot more powerful, right? Versus, hey, do you want to get better at golf? Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of people want to get better at golf, but now you're telling me you're going to solve my specific problem. So then if I click the ad and I go to a landing page and they say, hey, here's a 3-step system over 2 weeks for you to never slice the ball again. Now I'm listening because not only is the problem specific, but their solution is also specific, right? Now they're telling me the how, exactly how they're going to go about helping me fix that slice or help me fix hitting the ball low and left all the time. And that's now going to make me listen and be engaged even more, right? And so they've identified me as this person. Here's your specific problem. Here's your specific solution, right? And there it is, right? So being specific in your offer with all those layers is very important. Now, number 2, your offer also needs to be valuable, right? So there needs to be a value element. It doesn't always have to be a discount or a low price, but there has to be a value in your offer that creates some kind of perception in the customer's mind that like, this is really, really, really worth whatever I'm paying to get this. Now, a lot of times it's a discount. It could be a bundle. It could be a sale or a promotion, but you have to figure out a way to create value. Unless you have like the only exception is high-end, really luxury brands. But for most e-com brands and for most people watching this, value is going to be a big thing. Again, when you have a hero offer, it is your best introduction to a new person. So all we're doing is creating an offer that is going to give us the best chance for someone to buy our product or our service. So how do you do that? You be specific, but also you have to have value, right? So if my transformation is I help you lose 30 pounds in 30 days, maybe I usually charge 4,000, but right now I'm charging 1,000, right? So the value has to be there. Now you can do that with the value of your service or your product and say, hey, we sell purses with the most rare leather on the planet or something like that. Or you can go along the lines of price. For most of y'all, it's probably going to be along the lines of price somewhere, either a discount, a promotion, a bundle. A lot of times we work with brands, we do bundles, right? So it's like, it makes sense for the customer, but still for you as well. So if my average order value is $40 or $50 and I have a bundle that's $120, but it's $200 worth of product. Yes, I'm making less on each individual product, but the value for the customer is I'm getting $200 worth of stuff for $120. So now my average order value is higher as a business owner, but the customer still wins because they have value based on how many items they're getting in at what price. So that value is key. It's very, very key. You can figure out there's different ways to go about it. Again, it could be discount, sale, bundle, but you have to create some kind of increased or incremental value for the customer. The last thing about hero offers, okay, that a lot of y'all miss is there has to be a sense of urgency, okay? So you have your specificity, I gotta take my time with that word, your value, and then urgency. What makes this person feel like they have to do this relatively soon, right now or in the near future? Because if they feel like the offer is just out there forever, then the way that a customer's mind works, they're just gonna be like, I'll get to it when I can get to it, right? And they're not gonna come back and tell you as the brand owner, yo, I'm gonna get with you in 2 months. Like, it doesn't work like that. So they're gonna wait around if they don't have a sense of urgency. You want to avoid them not having a sense of urgency. You must create urgency so that the person feels like they have to buy relatively soon and that they have to take advantage, okay, of the offer that exists right now. So again, having a hero offer is extremely important when you talk about running ads for your e-com brand. It is the thing that is the number one thing that I personally see a lot of brands missing out on. They just run ads to the homepage or a product page or a collection page, and they miss out on the offer. The offer is the number one thing that fuels ads, and in turn fuels you scaling your business. And you must have that, okay? And in order to do it the right way, you got to have those 3 things I mentioned. So if this video, helped you out, or if you got any questions, drop them in the comment section. Like, subscribe, all of that. Like I said, I'll be here for the rest of the year every week, dropping gems for free. And yeah, y'all keep tapping in. Peace.